Hey everybody, this is Chris with the Loth-Wolf Pack. Welcome back to some Star Wars Destiny content. With Covert Missions on the horizon, it is time to at least try to get excited again to play some Destiny. So what we're going to do is dive into a Covert Missions deck tech. So let's get right into it and start with the characters. So what you are seeing here is a fun thematic mono blue hero deck that is using one of my favorite cards, Built to Last, which is a 4-point plot. Each of your unique upgrades has the redeploy keyword. After you play a unique upgrade, you may exhaust this plot to gain one resource. Since Way of the Force came out, this has been one of my favorite cards. I've always tried to play this card, and want to give it one last go here in Covert Missions. So with the characters, we have Ezra Bridger, also from Way of the Force. He is the Aspiring Jedi. He has the subtype of Spectre. He has a power action. If this character has one or more upgrades, draw a card or two cards if he has three or more upgrades. And then we also have a new card from Covert Missions, Kanan Jarrus, his Jedi Spectre buddy. This character's point value is decreased by 1 if your team has another Spectre. So with Ezra being a Spectre, instead of Kanan being 9/12, he is now 8/11. And I'm not going to get into it, but Kanan has all the die turning shenanigans he can do with his ability. And then so that's 11 points for Kanan, 11 points for Ezra to go up to 22, 4 points for Built to Last, and then we are filling in the last 4 points with Spark of Hope Youngling. Include only if you have a Jedi in your team, which we do have Kanan Jarrus. And Youngling is really, really fun with Built to Last because of this power action. Play a blue upgrade from your hand onto this character, decreasing its cost by 1. So using this power action, you can decrease the cost of a 3 resource cost upgrade down to 2, and then be able to get $1 back with Built to Last. So kind of just a fun thematic Spectre pairing, trying to abuse one of my favorite cards. So that is the characters, and we will talk about the 10 upgrades here in our weapon package. Going into the weapons in our upgrade package. I'm not going to bore you talking about all these blue hero weapons that we've been playing with since 2018 when Convergence Block came out, but we have 2 new exciting additions from Covert Missions, which are the Anakin Skywalker's lightsaber, big 3-coster, and another 3-coster in Kanan Jarrus's lightsaber. So by adding these 2 awesome 3-cost lightsabers to our mono blue hero lightsaber suite, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 high impact 3-cost upgrades, which really gives us a high chance of having one in our opening hand. Along with that, even though it's unique, we are playing 2 copies of Yoda's lightsaber, because if we have high chances of having a 3-cost saber in our hand, we want to have Yoda's saber in our hand as well, because with the Youngling, then you can play the Yoda's lightsaber for free using the power action onto the Youngling. You can then earn a resource back after playing the Yoda's lightsaber to go up to $3, and then you have the freedom of playing your 3-cost lightsaber either on Ezra or on Kanan. So especially if we happen to have the Kanan Jarrus's lightsaber in our opening hand, we're able to slam that down onto Kanan in round 1, and that's a really good start. Pretty much the ideal start is having Yoda's lightsaber and a 3-coster in our opening hand. So, I think these 2 sabers, Anakin's and Kanan's, are a huge boost to any Built to Last deck. So, like I said, just increasing our chances of having a powerful opening round 1. So pretty cool with the weapons. Besides these other sabers, there aren't really too many other good options that I could tell. So, but let me know if you think I missed anything. But those are the weapons that we have, and let's go into the supports and the events. going into our events here, the usual stuff you'd be expecting to see in Blue Hero deck. Discipline Mind, Hidden Motive. You know, these two cards are pretty staple removals at this point. Loth-Wolf Bond, not a super common card to see in every mono blue hero deck, but you know, with our low health pool, I'm kind of playing to the shields a little bit to try to keep our guys alive, which also plays into defensive stance. So, you know, given the fact that Riot Shield, Armor Plating, Field Medic, all of these cards are pretty much auto includes in every deck. This is basically the same card, more or less, maybe a little bit worse, but you know, similar gist, and we're definitely putting it in to keep our guys alive. Pacify, you know, very versatile card for either taking away your opponent's die or giving yourself 2 shields on a non-optimal side of your own. And then a new card Nature's Charm and Mislead. So Mislead is kind of there just because for lack of a better option, but you know, solid in certain matchups against certain characters. And then Nature's Charm. So the main reason I put in Nature's Charm, you know, a lot of our guys, you know, Jim, Bob, Ryan, Casey, and Levi, they make fun of me a lot for playing this card. But in a faction like Blue Hero where you don't have a lot of money, having a 0-cost emergency button to possibly get out of a jam of a big side on a die is better than nothing. So for me, I really love playing this card in certain types of decks. It's definitely bailed me out of many situations. So it's kind of in here as you know, another necessary evil, just kind of having an option besides Hidden Motive that costs 0. Speaking of a new card for Covert Missions is Fluid Riposte. I think this card is really, really strong for Blue Villain and Blue Hero. 1 cost, spot a blue character to remove a die showing damage. Period. The end. You can even just ignore the rest of the Sheehan Mastery part. I mean, granted, that's going to be good in Sheehan Mastery decks that can afford that sort of thing or play to that sort of thing, but if you took away that second sentence, this card is still really, really, really good card for Mono Blue Hero or Mono Blue Villain, because they haven't had a ton of these sorts of things. You know, like I alluded to just a second ago, you know, before Discipline Mind, there really wasn't any sort of just solid spot removal 1-for-1 that the heroes had access to besides Mislead, but this only hits character die with 2 or less. So, you know, this card right here, I think is a really, really great card and another big addition to help Blue Hero. Besides that, we have 1 upper hand. And the reason I'm playing 1 upper hand is because with our 3-cost lightsabers, for some reason the picture's not loading, so sorry, but with our 3-cost lightsabers, it's pretty likely that maybe later on, once we have a couple sabers out, that we're going to have a die with a value of 2 or more. So it's just another 0-coster. You know, maybe it's a discard to reroll more often than not, but I think the option is there, and the ceiling on that's pretty high when you can get it off. Last is a spicy number called Destiny Fulfilled. 0 cost, defeat one of your characters to give 3 shields to your characters, distributed as you wish. So I'm not sure if this is actually going to work or not, but you know, the idea is when you're loading up the youngling early, it is possible that your opponent is trying to kill the youngling. It also is possible maybe they're not trying to kill the youngling and they're just going to let you put the weapons on him or her, and then just try to kill your other characters because they have high impact character dice and also abilities that are impacting the game as well. But the idea is, let's say if they are going after the youngling and maybe you're trying to shield it up and protect it, if there's a round when you can somehow sequence a way to activate your youngling first and get those weapon die in the pool and resolve them, you can then Destiny Fulfilled and kill your own youngling to redeploy over all of your weapons to either Ezra or Kanan because of Built to Last. And you're also going to give 3 shields distributed amongst those characters depending on who they're going after. So definitely a very, very high ceiling, low floor card, but I think in this style of deck with Youngling and Built to Last, I think the potential of the ceiling being there for multiple resolves in one round on multiple big weapon die is worth at least trying and giving it a shot. So, you know, this could be something else, but just considering how fun it could be to actually do that and get it off, and I think is worth a try. So there's obviously some other just regular good stuff cards you could play instead of these cards here, but again, let me know if there's something, other ways you would build this deck. And then we have 1 Hone Skills, just because, you know, with all the redeploy from Built to Last. When you go down to one character, you're probably going to have 4 weapons out there, and that's a good way to finish the game is with a hone skills. So that is the events and the one support we have. So again, guys, just with Covert Missions coming, I'm just, for me, I'm not really worried about finding the most competitive deck, Chopper, Wookiee, or, whatever kind of stuff I've seen from other people who are trying to quote unquote, break the meta and find the best deck. I could really care less about that, to be honest. I just kind of want to play with fun thematic decks and really try to embrace Covert Missions and at least try to have some fun with it in these last few months of a new set of Destiny. So thanks for watching, guys. This has been Chris with the Loth-Wolf pack, and we'll see you next time for some more Destiny content. Thanks for watching.